Welcome everyone to the Law and Justice Information Evening. My name is Stephanie Scott and I'm the Faculty Recruitment Officer for UNSW Law and Justice and your host for this evening. I'm joining you this evening from our main campus at Kensington and would like to first take the time to acknowledge the Bidjigal and Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, who are the traditional custodians of the land. I recognise their continuing connection to the land, waters and community and pay my respect to elders past and present and extend that respect to any First Nations people joining us here tonight. I'm so happy that you have joined us from across Australia and from even across the world, and I'm so excited for you to gain some insight into what studying at UNSW Law and Justice could look like for you. During this event, we're going to delve into a range of different topics. Why you should consider UNSW Law and Justice, what makes our faculty the top-rated law school in Australia, and the many facets of law and criminal justice and how these studies can be applied in the real world. The undergraduate programs on offer at UNSW Law and Justice, their entry requirements and information you might need to make informed decisions about your next steps. We'll also end with a panel discussion with two of our current students and our Director of the Bachelor of Laws, who you'll hear from shortly. They'll also shine a light on some of the broader student life and industry opportunities our students have access to. But first, why choose UNSW Law and Justice? I'm sure that's what you're all here for this evening. Our faculty is a global leader in education and research. We're ranked number 1 in Australia and 12 globally for law and justice and legal studies, according to the QS World University Rankings by Subject 2025. We pride ourselves on being a diverse cohort of interdisciplinary thinkers who combine their passion for law and justice with expertise in many other disciplines. We also embrace a practical application and teaching style to ensure our graduates are prepared to tackle tomorrow's big challenges head on. To elaborate more on what makes UNSW Law and Justice a great place to study and the many facets of law and legal education, I'll now hand you over to our very own Chris Pearce, who is the Program Director for our Bachelor of Laws. Just a reminder to please drop any questions that you have for our speakers into the chat during this event. We have a team on hand to answer your questions and we'll also get to as many as possible as a part of our Q&A at the end.
Good evening to everyone joining us tonight. I'm Chris Pearce and I'm the Director of the Bachelor of Laws here in the Faculty of Law and Justice. Our faculty is a leader in legal education and is built on a commitment to excellence, intellectual ambition, and the pursuit of social justice. We believe that our work should serve the needs of the local and global community, including those on which the law bears the harshest. Those precise words have been the mission of UNSW Law and Justice since its inception more than 50 years ago. Tonight, I'll be talking a bit about our faculty, as well as studying with us. But first, why study law? Law affects each of us, all day, every day, whether it's when you drive into a car park, make a purchase, or when you spend time online. Law plays a key role in society. It affects us in our decisions, in our interactions with other people, in ways which you might not even be aware of. The law gives us rights, but it also gives us responsibilities. The law protects our rights and it guides the behaviour of our citizens. It's challenging, it's interesting, it's complex, and it can provide a career that's both exciting and rewarding. Studying law opens up a whole range of opportunities, and working as a lawyer can mean many different things. You might already be familiar with the idea of working as a lawyer with clever courtroom tactics or being involved in multi-million-dollar business deals, but there's much more to it than that. It can also involve everything from drafting a will, helping families with end-of-life decision-making as well. It's conveying property, whether it's a corner store or it's some entire apartment complex. You might be helping an individual who's lost their job, figuring out environmental requirements for property developments, advising someone involved in a terrible car accident, or arrested for having drugs on them. You might end up advising on how to interpret the Constitution, whether the takeover of a major company should proceed, or whether some media company can publish particular information about an individual. You might be negotiating a treaty or advising a government on an international boundary dispute. The examples are really infinite. We just need lawyers for many different aspects of our lives. While studying at UNSW as a Bachelor of Law student, you'll be exposed to these diverse career opportunities from our team of academics who collectively bring a rich and vast background in the law. Our law academics bring with them a wealth of knowledge and experience in understanding, not only as to how the law operates, but why it operates and the way in which it operates. Studying law will also teach you a range of soft skills, including how to think analytically, critically, precisely, and most importantly, carefully. These are skills you can use in any job potentially. You'll learn how to problem solve, see things from different perspectives, argue persuasively, and present the best case possible. We do train you how to start thinking like a lawyer, which is about problem solving and thinking critically. But at UNSW Law and Justice, thinking like a lawyer also involves an understanding of society. We place such a strong emphasis on our vision of justice for all and constantly ensuring our teachings and actions are aligned with this. We're committed to social justice and to making a difference in this world, and tonight is really our invitation to you to join us in this mission. At UNSW Law and Justice, all our undergraduate law degrees are offered as double degrees. Doing a double degree allows you to achieve more in less time and also to broaden your skills and opportunities. We currently offer 20 double degree law combinations, so you're sure to find one that's right for you based on your own passion and interests. Within our faculty, we have students undertaking things like computer science, French, commerce, international studies, criminology, psychology, and social work. And it's that diversity that's always enriched our classroom. So now I'll hand you back over to Steph.
Thanks for that, Chris. This is a wonderful segue, actually, into discussing the undergraduate programs on offer here at UNSW Law and Justice, starting with our Bachelor of Laws. As Chris mentioned, our Bachelor of Laws program at UNSW is offered as a double degree. So it runs for about 5 to 6.7 years, depending on the degree which you decide to pair it with. The program has one commencement date for domestic students in Term 1 and is designed to be taken as a face-to-face program with some online components, ensuring students can take advantage of UNSW's unique seminar-styled interactive teaching approach. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what a selection rank is, it is your ATAR plus any additional factors that you may be awarded. Adjustment factors available to students studying the LLB, or Bachelor of Laws, include the Educational Access Scheme, which is for students who have experienced long-term educational disadvantage, and the Academic Achievement Awards, which are awarded to academically gifted students who receive the highest raw ATARs. If you're interested in making an impact in the field, but you're not necessarily looking at pursuing a law degree, we also have our Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice. It's also known as the BCCJ. The next segment is not only for those of you who are interested in studying the BCCJ, but also those who are interested in pairing it with your Bachelor of Laws degree.
The criminal justice system holds incredible power. It holds the power to detain, to arrest, to take life. And it's our responsibility to make sure that if organisations and the state is going to have that power, then we hold it to account. We keep them accountable to the actions that they take. My name is Philip Wadds. I'm the undergraduate director for the criminology program here at UNSW. Criminology is the study of crime and criminal justice. We look at the way in which the criminal justice system responds to crime. We look at different ways to understand why crime happens, and we look at ways to effectively prevent crime from occurring in the first place. Criminology has a major role to play in addressing not only a range of crime and criminal justice issues, but also a range of broader social issues. We look at Indigenous justice issues, we look at the policing of drugs and alcohol, we look at things like gender and sexual-based violence, we look at state crime, we look at crime prevention and community safety, we look at prisons, court, corrections, all those different things that make up the criminal justice system. It is inherently interdisciplinary. It's a really new discipline, if we want to use that terminology. It kind of arose from an intersection of sociology and psychology and law, and so it does address issues from multiple different perspectives. It's always concerned with the ways in which these different forms of knowledge can help us to better understand, the type of topics that we might be looking at. For young people out there, the issues that we're seeing are not shrinking in their importance. And so we equip our students with those skills through a really comprehensive list of courses that are specifically designed to allow them to practice those skills, to make sure that they're competent and then confident when they take that into their work. And so if you are socially engaged, if you look around the world and you see issues of justice or injustice, if you are generally curious, if you are committed to social justice and issues of equality, then there's something for everybody to be had in the study of crime and criminal justice.
So I'd now like to introduce the Director of the Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice, Emma Buxton-Namisnik, to speak to you further about the program. Thank you, Emma.
Good evening to everyone joining us this evening. I'm Emma Buxton-Namisnik and I'm the current Director of the Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice. As Philip mentioned, this is a cross-disciplinary degree that is both challenging and relevant to today's students. The Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice at UNSW is Australia's #1 ranking criminology and criminal justice program. It's a 3-year full-time undergraduate degree designed to critically explore the causes of crime, deviance, criminal behaviour, social control and the legal system. Much like our LLB, our BCCJ is taught with a hands-on approach, seeing students engaging practically with their studies throughout the entire duration of their degree. You will translate what you learn about crime prevention in the classroom and put it into practice. You'll go beyond lectures through a range of experiential learning opportunities, such as real-world case studies, visiting courts and prisons, and hearing firsthand from the people involved in the justice system through guest presenters and many engagement opportunities. Students also undertake an internship with a range of criminal justice agencies and not-for-profits through our Criminology Work Integrated Learning Placement course. Opportunities include work experience placements with New South Wales Police, Corrective Services, Department of Justice, Youth Justice, and a range of NGOs working with at-risk and criminal justice involved people. There's also the option for high-achieving BCCJ students to expand their career opportunities by going on to do honours and deep diving into a specialised and extended research project to further develop their research and analytical skills. Speaking of expanding your career opportunities, you can study our popular Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice degree as part of 4 powerful double combinations. The Bachelor of Laws, Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice, the Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice and the Bachelor of Psychological Sciences, the Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice Psychology Honours, the Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice and Social Work. Most recently, our double degrees with psychology have been incredibly popular amongst students since they were launched. These degrees provide students with a deeper understanding of human behaviour and the psychology behind criminal activity, mental health and cognitive and decision-making processes. I'll now hand you back over to Steph to take you through some admissions information that will assist you in applying for your degree here with us at UNSW Law and Justice.
So as many of you will already be aware or may have heard, 2025 was the final year that UNSW ran the law admission test. It's now been completely phased out, so to be clear and simple, there will be no law admission test required for entry into our Bachelor of Laws double degrees in 2027 or beyond. Admission will be based on ATAR or selection rank only. The change follows feedback from students, career advisors, and educators, as well as a faculty review, and reflects our commitment to making our programs more accessible and straightforward. Of course, we know that entry pathways can also feel complex. So if your ATAR isn't quite what you were hoping for, or you have plans that have changed, there are still alternative pathways into a law double degree that you can consider. Your ATAR is not the only measure of your potential to succeed, which is why we offer a range of pathways into university. If you don't get the marks you were hoping for, there are alternative ways for you to gain admission. The first one of which would be our internal program transfer, also known as our IPT. It's a popular pathway into the Bachelor of Laws for UNSW students studying a non-law degree at UNSW. An internal program transfer can help you achieve your career goal of practicing law without necessarily adding time onto your degree, especially when students commence their studies in the program they wish to pair their Bachelor of Double degrees with. It won't add any extra time that way. While IPT is a popular pathway for students wanting to transfer into law, it is worthwhile noting that admission is not guaranteed and places are offered on academic merit. To be competitive, students need to gain a distinction WAM or higher in their first year of study. The exact number of IPTs offered does vary each year depending on the cohort. However, for 2026 entry, we did make 89 IPT offers, to give you an idea. It's important to note that IPT doesn't necessarily mean the degree will take longer. As it is already required that you do study a Bachelor of Laws as a double, you'll most often finish in the same amount of time that it would have taken you to complete the degree without taking this pathway. The UNSW Indigenous Pre-Law Program is an intensive residential preparatory course designed to assist First Nation students develop the skills necessary to successfully complete studies in law. The program includes a simulation of the law school experience, an introduction to university life, and assessment and legal thought. Program content includes an introduction to legal process, Aboriginal legal issues, criminal law, legal writing, and academic skills. You can also find out more about this on the Nuragili website if you're interested. Our Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice is also eligible for the TAFE Pathways program. If you've completed a qualification under relevant TAFE training package, you may be eligible for credit transfer. For more details, including this program's TAFE Pathways study plan, visit UNSW TAFE Pathways program webpage. Finally, the UNSW Gateway is a admission pathway for students in years 11 and 12 attending Gateway schools, all recognised as EAS eligible under socio-economic indexes for areas consideration. Students who apply through Gateway will be awarded reduced ATAR requirements. We're lucky now to be joined by some of our best and brightest students this evening who have agreed to share their experiences to help shine a light on what you can expect studying as a student here with us at UNSW Law and Justice. For the remainder of this evening, I'll be moderating a panel discussion with two of our star students. I'm also pleased to welcome back Chris Pearce, who will share insights about the Bachelor of Laws, as well as opportunities available to those who study it. Just a reminder again to post your questions that you have for us in the chat. We'll try to answer them in the panel. And as a reminder, we do have a team working behind the scenes who will also be answering in the chat online. And we will get through as many as possible. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. I'm very excited now because we do have Chris back with us on our panel, as well as two of our very best students. I'd like to thank you all for joining us this evening. Chris, we did hear from you earlier, so I might get our students to introduce themselves.
Yeah, firstly, thanks for having me. My name's Daniel. I'm studying a Bachelor of Laws and Bachelor of Criminology and Criminal Justice. Probably the longest degree name you get here at UNSW. But yeah, it's a lot of fun, so yeah.
I'll go. So mine's a lot shorter than that. I'm Raiha. I study a Bachelor of Law in Psychology and I'm in my final year.
Oh, how exciting. You're at the end.
I am.
Amazing. Any plans for next year?
Family law, health and medical law, perhaps.
Oh, very exciting. Okay, well, we'll have to hear more about that shortly. I'd love to hear from you guys about what made you decide to pursue law and what made you decide to choose UNSW to study it at.
For sure. I guess I'll start. Look, for me, I grew up in a very low socioeconomic community. A lot of people around me didn't know much English. For me, I was also the first one in my family to go to uni. And so finding the info to get there was very hard. But more so than that is, growing up, I found that there were a lot of problems in the community that I wanted to try and tackle head on myself. Very brave 15-year-old me trying to solve all these problems. And I frankly didn't know where to go, right? But I did my first legal studies class in high school, learned about all these amazing things, this amazing thing called law, right? Where you get to solve issues, tackle issues head on. And so I knew law was where I wanted to go. It was the best place to obviously, help people where they couldn't get help themselves, and also drive change, but through yourself, which is really important. And that's why I chose law. Why UNSW? Well, for me, I knew it was a place I wanted to be. For me, it started at open day, actually, where I was walking up the stairs and I pictured myself, walking up and down these stairs, going to university and going to classes, and I knew that was it. And so, it was the physical environment that really sold me for me. So yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
That's so awesome. That was really lovely to hear. Why I have been interested in law. So I also did my first legal studies class in year 11, who would have thought? But I developed a really keen interest in human rights, family law, and that sort of stuck with me till today. Another thing that sort of I resonated with Daniel was ensuring that legal access is just more accessible to the general community. I feel like it's very hard to reach. It's hard to get legal education and be familiar with the law. So that's sort of been at the top of my mind, and every day I sort of carry that with me. But why UNSW? UNSW has been just the uni for me. Like, it was UNSW or it was nothing. The yellow spoke out to me. The campus was nice and green. But it's sort of like the pinnacle of academic excellence. That's the way that it's been sold to me since I was in high school. So it really was just the uni.
Yeah, perfect. We love to hear that. Has it met your expectations?
Oh, it definitely has.
Great to hear. Just to touch on what you both said about, growing up within your communities and wanting to give back and whatnot. I think that whilst UNSW is at the forefront of, academic excellence in Australia, I think we also are underpinned by our ethos of social justice for all. Are you able to speak to that a little bit, Chris, in terms of how that underpins the teachings in classes and whatnot?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what's really core in our teaching model is that it's not just a one-way delivery of information. So you would both know in our faculty we teach in a seminar model, so it's meant to be a dialogue. And it's not just your lecturer standing at the front of the room telling you the law is. It's constantly inviting students to engage in debate, discussion, talk about their views, reflect critically, and really thinking about that ethos of the faculty. It's really about considering how the law impacts people, and in lots of different ways, all aspects and all facets of our community.
Yeah, great. And I know that we're practicing what we preach, just from having the privilege of working within the law faculty the last few years, and getting to see that a lot of our lecturers, our tutors and whatnot are actually working on cases that are benefiting the community, and bringing that back into the classes. So that's fantastic, I suppose, for the students from a experiential learning perspective. In terms of experiential learning, what could you say, I guess, anyone on the panel about what's available at UNSW and what your experience with it has been?
Yeah, look, I think for me is coming to UNSW is so much more than beyond the textbooks and the classrooms and the learning is actually networking, getting to meet people in the services. You brought up how many of the lecturers are actually practicing as well and working in their fields. And that brings a different level of perspective and experience, because the person teaching you is not just, reading off the textbook, but they're actually bringing their courtroom experiences, their client work experience to the students. And, we are the future lawyers and we want to learn from that. And so, yeah, it's so much more than just the textbooks. One of my favorite stories is, whenever I have a question or I want to just network with someone, the lecturer is the first person to go to, because you're able to go, they're so open, when you finish class, you walk up to them, hey, I have a question. Tell me more about your legal stories, how did you get here, and whatnot. So I think that's the most valuable you can get coming to UNSW and having, lecturers who are practicing. So yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And it's great to hear that it does really make a difference for the students. So Chris, I'd love to hear a little bit more about you and, what you do exactly within UNSW, how you came to be here, etc. Not here, but at UNSW Law and Justice.
From the point of conception.
Let's start a little closer.
So I came to UNSW working within the School of Private and Commercial Law. I started off teaching property law predominantly. And since then, I've gone on and taught a whole bunch of different subjects. I've taught contract law, trust law. At the moment, I'm teaching what's called the law of remedies. So thinking about what do you get at the end, which is really what clients want to know.
Yeah.
What am I getting from all of this? And so through that, I've taught across all degrees of all parts of the degree. I've taught first year students all the way through to last. And I think to your point, Daniel, in terms of actually getting to know the students. That's what I think is what drew me to UNSW. I'd worked elsewhere in teaching environments where it was massive lecture theatres and you'd have hundreds of students there, but you would never actually know a single one because it was just impossible. And the difference for us is that we have classes of 44 students or less, and it means that we really do get to know them. So I know every single one of my students by name. I know their faces.
That's
I see them around the campus. Yeah, but it's important to me. I think it's really important that students know that they're part of that environment, but also that they're seen. And it means that if I spot that one of you has disappeared, you're not at class, it means I can reach out and I can say, well, is there anything wrong? Is there anything I can do to support you? Which, when you're just one student in a massive sea in a lecture theatre, no one's seeing you. It's just not possible.
I just want to add, like, having the small classrooms, it makes it easy to reach out for help. I think when you know the lecturer by first name and you're talking and whatnot, it just makes it easy. You feel more comfortable, right? As opposed to being, like you said, a lecture hall of 500 people. You're screaming out into the void, essentially trying to reach out for help. But it also works the other way, right, Chris? You notice, like you mentioned, you notice when students will be struggling and you're able to reach out personally. So it's that personal connection. It's so much more than just reading off the slides and the textbooks and teaching. It's having that extra support that's that's invisible, right? That personal connection. So
Yeah, I think that's really fantastic to hear because whilst we do have, our formal supports in place, whether that be, our student support groups or our support advisors, it's great to hear that it's also just on that level between
Yeah, and I think it flows through to the students' learning as well, because the fact that I can see everyone in the room, I can actually engage with them. It means I can also see when students are clearly not comprehending something or they're struggling with it. That's just not possible in a large class.
Yeah.
But when it's a small number of students, I can then use that as an indicator to me in my own teaching that, well, this needs a bit more time.
Yeah.
And, that's so valuable. You just don't get that in other kinds of teaching models.
Yeah. I feel like our intimate learning environments is one of the main things that is like a selling point. For UNSW Law, there's only so many people in a class. It makes it a lot easier to participate as well. We get marked on something called class participation. Daniel would know. It gets a bit hectic if it's a big classroom, but since it's a lot smaller of a class, so much easier to have conversations. It's easy to facilitate debates, clarify any questions that you have, and it also gives you the opportunity to sort of engage in experiences that other faculties or universities may not get to. Like the course that I'm doing this term, we're getting guest lawyers coming in, we're getting barristers coming in, we're doing a lot of let's go out to the children's court and see what it's like. You get to do a lot of court observations. So it's just a whole lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, that's great. Sounds very practical and hands-on. So yeah, wonderful to hear. I wanted to quickly ask you, Daniel, I think you're in the unique position of doing Bachelor of Laws and Criminology and Criminal Justice. For those watching tonight who might not have the best idea of what is involved in the BCCJ, could you talk a bit about your experience with it?
Yeah, for sure. Look, I think there's a big misconception of what the criminology course is. It's not actually like NCIS or where forensic science and whatnot. I was somewhat disappointed as well, but I realized it's actually so much more and it's so much better than just forensic science.
Yeah.
So it's actually really about learning about the social justice system, learning about the world around us, and it's so much. Sure, the crime is in the name, right? But it's actually so much more, right? It's about learning about poverty. How do government policies impact our lives? The day-to-day lives, and how do obviously world events impact how people behave, right? And so it's a little bit of psychology, a little bit of social science and the art side of things, and also a little bit of law as well. So it's a very wide catch net of different topics, but you come out with really well-rounded skills, and you might find a particular topic that you're particularly like very interested in, right? For me, I didn't learn much about how obviously poverty impacts people. I lived it and I thought that was a normal life, but you realize where the different disadvantages are. And so for someone who's wanting to make change in the world, you first need to know where the sources of issues are coming from, right? And so whether that's lived experiences or whether that's doing for your own research, that's what the criminology can give you, right? We're working with a lot of our lecturers are studying in the field, they're doing research in the field, and so they bring their own personal experiences. And that's fantastic, right? Because the very papers you're reading are also being taught to you by the exact same person, and I think that's awesome. But yeah, criminology is a fantastic degree, and I really recommend anyone who's interested in learning about world issues, it's certainly the place to be, and to pair it with a law degree as well. So,
Yeah, it sounds like it pairs very well together.
Yeah.
I do want to get to some of these questions that are coming through. So I do have a couple that are asking about pathways. So I know I've touched on this earlier in the evening. Could you both tell me, did you come directly into the Bachelor of Laws or follow any particular pathway?
I'll let Rohan.
Yeah, so I went to a Gateway High School. So what that means is that I had the opportunity to participate in the Gateway Admission Program and Pathway. And so what that means is that a whole bunch of wonderful people in their yellow hoodies come to our school, and then they like give us little lessons. And it's basically a really wonderful pathway that, bridges the gap between low SES schools or areas and higher education. So what it essentially did was lower down the ATAR requirement from a 90-something to a 90. So that made it a lot more accessible for me personally. So the law and psychology degree was something that I could achieve. So that was my pathway into law and psychology. But I know that yours is a little bit different.
Yeah, look, what I always say is there's no conventional way into the pathway that you want to get to, and certainly that's my story. As I said, I knew law was where I wanted to be, but I think the path getting there was a bit unclear for me. I certainly wasn't a straight A student, wasn't topping my class, and so, law has that stigma where you have to be the smartest of your class, you have to be the brightest and whatnot. And I didn't fit that mold, and I think that was completely fine, but at that time it was very scary, right? And so criminology is what I found home first. I was also a Gateway student, so I was very fortunate enough to get a what I call a safety net into the criminology degree. At that time, I believe criminology was 85. I got the offer for 75. So amazing, I knew as long as I sat the HSC and I tried my very best, I knew I'd get it. And I was very lucky, obviously, to hit the ATAR I needed. I got the offer for criminology. It was amazing. But the story doesn't really end there, right? Because I knew law was the final pathway. There's this amazing, obviously, program within the university called the Internal Program Transfer, IPT. I knew that as long as I, throughout my first year of my criminology degree, worked the hardest I could and gotten that distinction average to become competitive to transfer into law, I knew that that was what I needed to do. So I guess the story is that there is certainly, the pathway to your final degree, whether that is law or criminology or whatnot, is going to be very difficult. But as long as you try your best, there are so many support systems at uni that can, facilitate the help that it needs. You will achieve the dream, whether it will take a little bit longer or a little bit more hard work, right? So yeah, so that's my story. Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, please.
Which is that I think there's a conception that law is for people who studied humanity type subjects in high school. And so if you're doing things like chemistry or physics or maths, law is a cutoff for you. You shouldn't even consider it. And I think it's really important to understand that it's about critical thinking. You think critically regardless of what you're studying in high school. And no matter where you start, so if you transfer into law, for example, you're still thinking critically. So that is a core skill you can bring with you from anywhere. So to anyone who's watching who might be studying something like that, chemistry, physics, don't think that that dissuades you from being able to study law. I've had students in my classes who've studied all sorts of things, and that's actually an excellent quality because it means they bring different kinds of knowledge, but also different ways of thinking about the same problem. And law is not singular. It touches everything in life. So having that kind of diverse range of knowledge and experiences and perspectives that's what makes the law so dynamic.
And I would think that diversity in terms of the way people think, their backgrounds, what they're studying would really contribute to the class richness, like in conversations.
Absolutely. And this is slightly different tangent, but I would note that one of the, in my opinion, best judges actually has a PhD in pure mathematics.
Oh,
Wow.
Didn't hold him back from succeeding in law.
Fun fact.
that's awesome.
Love to hear that.
Awesome.
I do have some students just asking about what student life is like. And, I know that a lot of people watching tonight might be in year 12, maybe year 11. First year university can be quite daunting. So what would you say in terms of what student life is like?
Yeah, for sure. Look, when I came to uni, it was a bit of a reset for me. I didn't have many friends that came from my high school and went to UNSW. So I actually found that as a way to, branch out a little bit and sort of find new people. I think in high school, you get stuck with, the same people. But in university, it's so big. We are literally our own community, right? That you get to explore and find people from, the math department, from the science department, and the arts department. So I treat it as an opportunity to experiment and find myself as a person, but also the friends. The other way to really meet new people is societies. So here at UNSW, we have two big ones related to law and criminology. It's the Law Society and the Criminology Society. They are fantastic for not only getting involved, but finding like-minded people. People who are wanting to study law, wanting to be barristers or whatnot, wanting to become criminologists. It's honestly a great way to indulge yourself in that environment. I'll let Raya speak a little bit more about societies and maybe support programs that they can provide.
Yeah, totally. Before I do that, my first year of university, in retrospect, I was listening to both of you guys talk, and it made it sound like, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. No, year 12, I was so confused. I did not know what I wanted to pair my law degree with. But the good thing about UNSW is that you have ample double degree options. So literally, I was stuck in between PPE and economics. I'm not a math person, but I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with my law degree. And I was like, okay, what do I do? And then the week before, I got an offer for psychology. And I was like, okay, this is it, because I wanted to do psychology in year 9. So just thought I'd add that in. So lots of people are very indecisive, and it's completely fine because, as Daniel was saying, we've got the IPT program, which really helps let you get to where you want to be at. But Law Society was great. I was part of the Wellbeing Subcom, and it was a very small team. So the Law Society is quite big, but the team that I was in was quite little. So we all get to know each other. It was really awesome. We were all very, like-minded, as you said. We all worked on the little wellbeing things. We organised events. It's a great way to make friends. But the good thing about Law Society is that they run tons of career workshops, networking events, meet the judges. Whatever field of law you're interested in, they have workshops for it. They've got sessions for it. So commercial law, public, private, anything you're interested in, Law Society has stuff for it. So that's what's so great about Law Society.
They also have fun things.
So all of the guess what lecturer this is? We were running all of that. So all the fun stuff, like all the stuff on Stress Less Week, or you have
the first year law camp.
Yeah, the first year law camp, Jasper and Luca on the lawn, and the barbecues, all the fun stuff. We did that. Yeah, that was us.
I've also seen photos of balls and movie nights, and I think I saw some karaoke.
The law review.
The law review.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, there's literally anything. If you're interested in those things, we have it here. Not just in the Law Society, anywhere.
Yeah.
We have over 350 clubs here, so you can make your own club.
If you have an interest, I've seen everything from the Anime Society to the Taylor Swift Appreciation Society, cats and dogs. So there's something for everyone. So that's great. So were you daunted at all in your first year, or did you feel like with all of that?
Yeah, I think sometimes you get selection paralysis. It's like, where do I start, right?
Yeah.
But my degree is quite long, so I get a long time to explore what I want to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, I found my friend group through, not even in the law community, and and that's just a testament of, the type of people you can meet at university. But yeah, there are so many options. You have, more or less in a law degree, 5-6 years. You have so much time to explore everything, so don't get too overwhelmed or too worried.
Well, as somebody has asked how you balance your time, I suppose it really is up to you. Once you get to university, it's very different to high school in that way. So what would you say in terms of time management?
Yeah, so university teaches you a lot. It's like a time where you reinvent yourself. In high school, it's a lot of, you go 5 days a week, it's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You just sit in your classroom, you get your assigned 1 hour break, and that's it. You go home, do your homework, repeat. University, it's a lot more self-regulated, so you get to pick your own timetable, and UNSW is very flexible, so we've got a flexible timetable. You can pick the classes that suit you. So if I'm a morning person in the winter, I do my 9 to 11s. If it's summer and I'm like, oh, I want to be out later, you do the 6 to 8s. So it's very, very flexible in that sense. So most law classes will have 2 classes a week. So it's typically either Monday or Thursday, Tuesday or Friday, which is awesome because it allows you to pick up part-time work for the other 3 days or do whatever that you would like to do. So it's very flexible in that sense. If you want to stack all your classes on the one day, go ahead. You could be on campus from 9 to 4, you could be on campus for an hour. It really, really depends. It's up to you. Just very flexible. So it teaches you a lot about time management.
And the library's open 24 hours.
Yeah.
I have seen many of my students in that library at very unusual hours of the day, but whatever works for them.
Yeah, exactly right. So I'll make time for one more question. So a lot of people do ask, is studying law hard? And another person said, I have heard that there are a lot of readings. I can also touch on this a little bit. Yes, there are a lot of readings. And yeah, look, studying law is not a walk in the park. It is easy. It is hard. False advertising. But if it's something that you're passionate about, I think everyone, hearing from Chris and other academics at UNSW Law and Justice, they want you to succeed. So the supports are there as well to see you succeed.
Yeah, I do agree there are a lot of readings. I think for sure law is one of those degrees where you need to be passionate about it.
Yeah.
You have to be. You can't be doing it because, maybe mum and dad told you to do law.
Yeah.
Because the topics are so very, very niche and very specific, right? You're going to be learning about land law, you're going to be learning about business and the whole 9 yards. Is that, you need to be very passionate about wanting to learn the content. I love learning. Maybe not so much the reading, but I love learning. And I think the learning side, I love that a lot more and that will overtake the reading side. But I think there are ways to find your own strategies. I think high school is a good way to start, building different ways to learn. You're already learning for HSC and whatnot. But once you get to university, like Raya said, there are no more restraints. You're kind of on your own. And that's when the time to find out, what's the best way for you to learn. There are so many resources out there. Sometimes I'll talk to my friends about readings and whatnot and get their ideas on what, to understand the content better. Sometimes you can split the readings and whatnot. There are so many different ways to achieve, learning the content. It's not just reading the textbooks. So, so for me, learning my way of my learning strategy was a lot of fun. I could experiment with different ways, having notes on your iPad, Spark Notes, and Flash Notes and whatnot. And eventually you sort of grow you grow as a person and you take those skills into the workplace. So, those readings might be scary, but it's actually an opportunity to learn, learn more.
Yeah, I would piggyback off of that and say that I think learning the law and particularly doing the readings, which they might seem pretty confronting at the start, but it's like learning a language.
Yeah.
I've been doing this since probably either of you were born. I can say that it's a continual learning process. And I remember what it was like right at the start. It was challenging, but the thing is you get better bit by bit. And I think that's what you were talking about, is you and your friends are all going through that process together and you find different ways. But if you think back from where you are now to where you were in first year, think how far you've come. Think about how much comparatively easier you find it to do the readings than what you did on day one. So it's something everyone experiences and everyone comes at it in different ways, but everyone arrives at the same conclusion. And like you say, it doesn't stop at the end of law school. It's what's critical to being a lawyer. You need to learn those skills now so that when you go out into practice and you're representing a client or you're standing before a judge and you're put on the spot, you have the skills to be able to put into action.
Absolutely. Something that I always say is nothing at university is supposed to be easy. Like nothing's going to be easy. Everything is hard. But the more passionate that you are and the more that you engage in the reading that you're given, the more rewarding it becomes. Like it's hard, but it's also so much more than that. It's so rewarding. You end up seeing law all around you, which it always is, but being able to recognize that is also like an art. So you'll see that the law is all around you, then you'll talk about it with your friends, and it's like, oh, I never thought about it like that. You'll understand the readings in one way, and then you go to class and you talk to people and you're like, oh, I don't know that it could be interpreted that way.
Yeah.
So the more that you do it, the more that you become better at it. It does get increasingly harder, but it's so much more exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
and I
like
think
you have
back
to.
to what the both of you were saying at the start, thinking about why you chose to study law. You wanted to be able to help the people around you. You wanted to be able to translate that to them. And that's the skill of studying law, is that you take something which to most people seems like it's in a foreign language, and you're able to bring it back. You're able to communicate that in a way that then helps people. And that's the whole point of studying the law.
I want to also add, like, beyond the readings, I think another daunting aspect of studying law here is the class participation. So, having to speak up in a class of 40 people, it can be very scary, particularly when you've fresh out of high school, haven't done any much public speaking. It's going to be scary. But I think it's an opportunity for you to learn, because these speaking skills, these skills where you have to, stand up in front of a judge, it's someone who's looking down and whatnot, and having to advocate for your client. These skills that you learn at university now are so crucial for when you get into the workforce, and whether you're advocating for a client or you're writing submissions for a company or whatnot. These skills, having to stand up and talk in front of someone very scary, is going to be really important. Very, very
I
important.
don't know if I'm that scary. I think the point you're really hitting on is that the thing about being challenged is that's how you grow.
Yeah.
And if you don't put yourself in a situation to be challenged, to do something that might seem that it's beyond you at the start, you never grow. You never develop those skills.
Well, I know it's not just in the classrooms. I know that we obviously place a great deal of importance on our work integrated learning, just to prepare you guys for when you do go out into the workforce. Did either of you have any work integrated learning that you'd like, experiences that you'd like to share, or were you looking to do some in the future?
Yeah, I guess I'll start. So both law and criminology have their own respective work integrated learning. I did mine in the criminology degree. So I did a term placement at the Department of Communities and Justice. We worked a lot of policy stuff. We worked in diversion, essentially diverting key, I guess, persons away from the criminal justice system. And so that was really valuable, because we would learn a lot about it in the literature and in the classrooms, but having to be involved in the process and seeing the people behind the programs really opened my eyes and understood the passion that the work that goes into these amazing programs. Not only was I able to experience it myself, but it really kickstarted where I wanted to go into, and so spending a term there opened my eyes, and it did lead to much bigger opportunities to me where, I was able to bolster my resume, I was able to learn new skills, and that, got me another role in the legal field. So taking up these work integrated opportunities that will come, as you progress in your degree is so important. Because, like I said, it's more than just the textbooks. It's about taking on those opportunities, taking whatever door opens, because you never know where it'll lead you, so yeah.
Great line.
Yeah.
How about you, Reha?
Yeah, something that Daniel and I were both looking to do was, sorry, I forgot. An elective. It's called an elective. An elective at the KLC, which is Kingsford Legal Centre, which is located on campus, which is so convenient and so awesome. We were first introduced to it in our ethics class, and we have to do like a mandatory advice night at the KLC. You go in, it's for a few hours, you interview the clients, and then you don't give advice, but you relay the advice that the solicitors give you, and it's just a really nice way to get hands-on experience. That is something that's so unique about UNSW. It's located right on campus, so I don't know who else has that, but that's so cool.
Yeah.
And so we were looking to do that in term 3 as an elective. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. Really, the practical part of it, the advocacy part of it, everything that you were talking about, the real life skills, getting to. So yeah.
Amazing. Great to hear that you're both taking advantage of that. Well, before we do wrap up, I'd love to hear what's next for you both in terms of, what you're looking to get into after you graduate, or if you already have something lined up.
Yeah, look, I'm already working a little bit in the criminal field. I'm loving it so far. But I want to do more client work, using those skills like I was talking about, standing up and advocating for, your clients. So I would love to maybe be a barrister one day, a defense barrister.
Yeah.
I don't know where that will, what the pathway is at the moment. But, that's with anything, you kind of let it roll and see what life
Trust
takes
the
you.
process.
And I think I'm excited, I'm excited to see where this degree will take me when I graduate. So, yeah.
Very exciting.
Absolutely. I started off thinking that I wanted to do, nothing in the law field. I just go into my psych degree, and then you do a little bit of law, and you're like, actually, wait, this is really exciting. So I was like, oh, I really like criminal law. But now I did family law last year, and so I really loved it. I took the next related course, which is children's law, and then something that I'm really looking forward to doing is health and medical law. So I'm looking to go into family law or health and medical law. But yeah, I'm a people person, so that's what I'm trying to get into.
Very exciting. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you all for being here tonight. It's been fantastic to hear from you all and get your insights. So wish you nothing but the best for next year. And to everybody watching, I want to say thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope that this has really been informational and enlightening for you. If you do still have questions, our team are still answering them behind the scenes, and we'll be doing so for a short while after this. However, if there are any other questions that you have after this date, please don't hesitate to contact our Future Students team. They're available 5 days a week, and you can speak to them over the phone or via email. But until then, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Best of luck with your studies this year, and we hope to see you on campus next year. Good night, everyone.